Good morning to everyone. This is the power of healing with Utabi ungowekhethelo. Khanya unompilo. Ikhona lento yasahlobo, inkosazana yelanga nenyanga. Inkanyezi yamakhosi komtungwa. Uh a young man used to say to me, inkosazana emhlophe koyihlabathi zolwandle. It was a long time ago. Yeah, so that's me. Ungowekhethelo. Ungowekhethelo. I'm so excited. I don't like whose praise. Self-appraising is not my style or is not part of who I am. But I've been getting so many testimonies, guys. Ngiyabonga, the feedback that you sent me, the gifts, the chocolate box that you always send. Thank you so much. Today, Novulumus was two of one of my clients. They came to me early this year, and ngumusa nje kaJehova nokukhuleka nje asenze okuningi bantwana basekhaya. Namhlanje ngivula umuzi wesi-2. There was one okhona ongene ngoJuly. Namhlanje kuyovula owesi-2. It is only by his glory. I'm just a vessel. Umsebenzi awenziwa yimi kodwa wenziwa yilabo engibathembile nalabo engibakhonzayo or nalaba abahleli kimi, and I do appreciate the results they give me after ngisebenzile ngey'ngane zabo. The feedbacks, guys, so amazing. Thank you so much. The testimonies, thank you so much. The gifts the guys sent, thank you so much. Empilweni kuyabongwa. Empilweni kuyabonga umuntu uma yenze kahle noma umuntu uma ekusebenzele kahle. The problem we have these days, nithole senibhadala iy'mali ey'ningi, is that with healers, is that after abantu subasizile, they don't come back and thank you. I was so hurt, I think, some months ago, ngisiza umuntu, hardly even to say, uhambe kanjani. That common courtesy nje to say, uhambe kanjani, after sesicedile ukusebenza. Not even bothered. So then you ask yourself, if uzoyithatha ngokuthi lo muntu ngimbhadalile, guys, ubuntu nje, it's something that's very precious. It's a trait engakwazi engeke uze uyithathelwe abantu. So I was like, I was really not offended per se, but I felt sad nje ukuthi mongakwazi ukubuza lokho. No, I get abantu who come from different places, and I always say to them, mawufike ekhaya, tell me. Ubuntu lobo. It does not mean because bebazofuna uncedo fanele ngingabuzi nge-well-being ne-safety yabo. So yeah, kuyabonga, guys, ma umuntu ekusebenzele kahle, umuntu umekenzele kahle. It is not a Thursday Q&A session, guys. It's just I want to talk about Umkhokha. But before I get into the topic, bengisasho ke kuyabongwa. Kuyabongwa umuntu mayekenzele kahle. Ubonga okuncane, ubonga okukhulu. And when you see results, you need to give feedback. Ukuthi ngiyawubona umehluko. That's very important. Appreciation is very important. Okay? So yeah. Ngiyovula umuzi namhlanje. I wouldn't say owami akusowami, but nje I'm grateful to my spirit guides that bayakhanyisa makufane kukhanye. Kuyakhanya nje all the time. Angithi ngiwukhanya nami. So yeah. Anyways, that's one. I saw something, ne? But I think I'll discuss it kusasa. You Q&A session. Yeah. You empilweni asenzi ngokwazi kwethu futhi asenzi ngamandla ethu, guys. You would be foolish if you think that yonke into yenzakala ngamandla akho. So ngizokhuluma ngomkhokha, ne? There was something that I wanted to say, but let me brush off indaba yomkhokha quickly. Let me explain umkhokha quickly so that ngizoqeda nge-consultation here today. I've got consultation 11:30. So yeah, I saw this drama. I think it's a new drama called Umkhokha, the case. Umkhokha is not a case, guys. I saw it ngidlula nje nami, like and they by yenza translate to English, which is the curse. Umkhokha is not a curse, but umkhokha, it is a spirit of an or a bad occurrence that happened, or a bad event that happened in a particular to a particular person or to a particular family, either by incident or by accident. It is not a curse. A curse is usually laid by someone against this family or to a family. Umkhokha is not something that has been laid, but umkhokha umoya othathekayo ngesikhathi izinto zenzeka emuntwini or with this particular family. So into oyithatha wena by being present, that's umkhokha. Uh Uyathathwa, okay, or uyadonswa umkhokha. So it's not something that you'd say that umuntu laid umkhokha on me. No, it's a spirit that at that moment iyayenzeka kule family, uhambe ke wena because ithanda imizi yabantu, uyithole lento umkhokha lo. Okay, lo moya uhlale kuwe. Okay. So as I said, that I want to start with is umkhokha where umuntu uyahamba uyoshonela estradeni. We get accidents angithi that happen. Umkhokha umuntu uyahamba uyothatha ushonela ku-accident or ushona ngaphandle, and then you come and take i-clothing yalo muntu, either shoes, either um watches, wallets, everything. There are things that people hold dear to their hearts. Ufike umkhumule lo muntu uyicathulo uzigcoke, right? Uphiwe iy'cathulo, umuntu akuphe iy'cathulo zakudala, hey bekuyiy'cathulo zikamkhulu wami, uyithathe le y'cathulo uyigcoke. Umkhokha loyo owuthathayo sometimes, because umuntu nomuntu has spirit, ama-energies. Angithi guys, we speak about ama-energies and spirits. Uthole le y'cathulo, since wayithola, you have this, or le mpahla mawuyigcokile, you have this bad luck. Umkhokha loyo, you have this bad luck that happens to you. Like you end up being in a fight because of these, and you're not aware that it's lento engiyigqokile uyayithatha izinto uyayigqoka wena. This one where we go to do ama-cleansing rituals, this group of young guys now, laba ababhemayo guys, who take lezi zinto lezi remember that masiyolahla guys, siyolahla umkhokha othize angithi, bafike bayithathe leyo mali, bayayithatha lezo nkukhu bayazidla, uthatha umkhokha lo uthatha lento lena iphahlelwe kwakhulunywa iy'nto ey'thize kuyo. So lowo moya wena uthatha uyawudla wena or ufaka kuwe. That's why I asked the other time ukuthi, so these people who do ama-brides after doing rituals, do they eat the same chicken that bebephahla ngayo? That's why I asked, and it's a joke to some of the clients, to some clients, it's a joke when I ask this question, but when you think about some of these chickens, ziboshwe ngey'ntambo, zifakwa emanaliti, zifakwa wena uyathatha uyadla. Okay? So yeah, umkhokha uyathatheka-ke guys, item of clothing either, or particular offering that was done, uyakwazi ukuthatha umkhokha ngalezo zinto lezo. I want to talk about umkhokha wesifo, which applies to the same thing. In an accident where kwenzeka i-accident, kwathi kushona umuntu lapha, and a lot of times kids bayahamba umntwana kuthiwe nangumuntu lapha kwenzeka i-accident or kulela khaya kunesifo, uthole iy'ngane ey'ncane sey'gijimele kuleyo ndawo leyo. The spirit is still there guys. There's a lot of things happening kule accident, nazi iy'ngane. Umkhokha siwuthatha kanjalo. What our kids are going through these days in terms of everything, the spirits that they're experiencing, those spiritual attacks and everything else, ilezi zinto abahamba bayoyibuka ngamehlo abo. Kwenzeka isifo kule khaya, ingane is forever visiting that home now. Futhi nawe as a parent uyamyeka. Lo muntu uyothatha lento lena ezomhlupha the whole time. Kulayitiwe ikhandlela lapha, futhi iy'ngane zamanje azinanamahloni ukuthi kusekamereni kulayitwe ikhandlela, zingena noma kuphi. Uthatha umkhokha wakulelo khaya uzobuya nawo la ekhaya. Lento lena i-child starts having ama-nightmares and everything else. Nathi nje singabantu lento yokungakwazi ukuhlonipha imizi yabantu, uhamba ungena everywhere, uyangena kunemisambo lana, uyangena sifo kumatrasi kunekhandlela. Abanye have even the nerve of sitting phezu komatrasi. They're not related to the family howsoever, but umuntu uhlala phezu komatrasi. Nithathe imikhokha guys, umuntu later on uzothi ngiphupha izinto ezi-wrong, ngiphupha ama-attacks, ngiphupha dark things. Nithatha izinto ezi-wrong. Umkhokha, it's not something that awuloywanga, uzilandele wena by being present endaweni e-wrong ngesikhathi esi-wrong. So umkhokha wesifo, it's that time where uthola ukuthi, as I'm saying, kunesifo la ekhaya. Sometimes isifo it's an accident, right? Or sometimes isifo senzeke lo muntu udutshulwe ugwaziwe nana. There are things that are done, the rituals that are done in that family. When uyahamba uya kuleyo family leyo, basa futhi especially nasi isidumbu sisekhona, uyahamba basayenza izinto zabo labantu. When uyahamba uya kuleyo family, you start coming back with namahlaba, uneyibhobo, uphethwe you're experiencing abdominal pains, you're experiencing headaches, you're experiencing migraines. That's because uthathe umkhokha uhambe waya endaweni engafanelanga ube kuye ngesikhathi ufanele kube. Kunemkhokha, kunezinto ezenziwe laphaya, uthathe lowo mkhokha loyo. As I say, umkhokha is a spirit ozithathela wena by being present. The transfer of that the dark energy at that moment, le wena oyihogelayo, that you smell, that you see. So umkhokha uthatheka kanjalo. And then wesifo, now I spoke about umkhokha wesifo, ne? And then there's umkhokha wemali, ne? Oyithola noma kuphi kanjani, especially imali oyithola emanzini, especially imali oyithola emphambanweni wendlela, where there's crossroads. A lot of people would say, yeah. And okay, with us, we need to teach abantwana as well. You get kunomphambano wendlela, and when you forever get, you even know now ukuthi amanye lapha ngizothola imali all the time. Have you ever asked yourself ukuthi le mali yani? Because abantu bayolahla izinto lapha, abantu bayolahla izichitho, abantu bayolahla inyama, abantu bayolahla whatever that abanayo laphaya. Wena ufika uthola imali, uyayithatha uyoyisebenzisa. Umkhokha nalo uyothatha izinto ekungase, you being present there, you taking it. So umkhokha is more of a physical energy that you transfer. Sorry, ngibeke kanje. Umkhokha, it's the spirit of that only attacks you physically. Awuthumeli, as I'm saying, awuthumeli, uyazithathela wena by being there physically. Awuthunyelwa kuwe. So uthole ke lo muntu uyayidoba le mali, uyayithatha. In most cases, whether imali ekhanyayo, people have this tendency of not asking themselves ukuthi eyani, why ngiyithola la in a specific spot. Uthole le mali emphambanweni weyindlela, uhambe uyenza izinto zakho. We are not experiencing dreams. Some dreams, guys, as people talk about some dreams, uyahamba umuntu bebayolahla, umuntu bekayothwala, wafika wayishiya le mali, uyayithatha wena uyibuyisa la ekhaya. Le nto athwale ngayo usuyibuyise kuwe, because there has to be a transfer. I need to speak now. I remember ukuthi bengifuna ukukhuluma ngani. When I was growing up, I saw something. I don't know whether I was meant to see it. In this particular family, esingisho ngithi nalento kuba nabangani. At that day, bebeletha kungena this healer. Ungena nezinja eziyi-2, these big dogs, ungena nazo. Those dogs were meant to heal somebody. Ngifuna ukunichazela. So umkhokha we-disability, ne? Where you get that this child, especially with epilepsy, kuna this illness of epilepsy that is spiritual, and then kube nale science, okay? When certain nerves in your body, but I'm not a scientist and I will not try to explain it, but in terms of medical lento space, I will not try to explain it now. With this one year spirituality, it's when sometimes umntwana uyizalwa nganayo this epilepsy, and all of a sudden they develop lento le epileptic. Either it's caused by maybe bebezama at that moment kukhona into beyiphonswa kule khaya yadonswa yilo mntwana yathalwa or yathathwa yilo mntwana mhlambe yashaya lo mntwana, and then now suddenly this child is experiencing epilepsy. And then kule khaya they go out, they seek help, they find a healer. Now with epilepsy eyenziwe guys, with this lokufeint okwenziwe spiritual, you get that for this spirit to be removed, it has to be transferred to something or someone, right? And a lot of people don't know this. That's why ngithi mina le nto yokuvakasha and uthola kwenziwa ama-rituals that they being a child man. So le nto le healer izoyithatha this spirit asifake la. I experienced this because wayithatha wayifaka kule nja, but I didn't stay for so long because I wasn't somebody ohlala emzini yabantu for too long. So I always ask when somebody engimbone anama-fits or afeinta ukuthi how ayephi, because a lot of people don't ask umuntu benimaza feinta epileptic all of a sudden ayisekho lento. We really don't ask ukuthi njoba ikhishiwe le ihlaliswe kuphi. Nangumntana kule ndlu, it's your friend's it's your friend's house, bekenama-fits all of a sudden nayisamphathi le. Have you ever asked ukuthi iswephi, because this is a spirit. So in this case where they usually some healers will bayayithatha and transfer it to this dog, because we never really saw the dog afterwards. So bayithathe bayifaka kule nja, bayayithatha bayifaka, but in most cases abanye bayayithatha bayonikeza omunye umuntu, bayayithatha bayonikeza omunye umuntu. Khangi bayethe bantu abadala injani. I remember going to the river, I had not coins with me. So okay, so Kanye, yes, you did not have those coins, right, when you go to the river. Mamela, there are two instances where I'm asking now, uthola this coin ezivelelayo when suddenly, because bucela abantu abadala ukuthi I need a validation of ungena lamanzi. That's why I say, guys, it's very important to understand your surrounding, to understand your spirit guides and how they work. Why is it important? So that you know, you are able to discern whether the spirit is a good spirit. Lento engiyibona yenzeka manje is ngendlela that is good, or is in a bad way. You need to be able to identify with, okay, as I say, there are coins that you get phakathi kwamanzi, guys. Lama coin, especially in a place where you know ukuthi kuhlale kunabantu abazothandaza. I'm talking about Umkhokha. In a space where you get manje ufuna ukwenza into and then it's a sort of a validation. Those are two different spaces. Those are two different things. Because le ezoba validation, you will not find it phakathi. Izozichamukela ngendlela eyichamukela ngayo. Sometimes you get that umuntu uyakupha nje. I'm not saying lo Umkhokha. I'm saying le wena ufike wayithatha phakathi. You see, with yours, there was also a validation of beds and everything else. It's not like after you receive the coin, uthathile wayifaka esikhwameni sakho wahamba uyenza izinto zakho zasendlini. It was meant for that reason that you asked for. So those are totally different things, Sithando Sam. Kgotsoli Khanya Mary. Yeah, so guys, I'm not going to attend to questions because I need to have after 11 I have a consultation. We'll do the Thursday Q&A session tomorrow, and hopefully I'm free tomorrow. So that's what I was talking about, guys. Kukhona lo mkhokha othathwayo ufike ufakwe entweni, as I say, it's an occurrence and an event that's happening, right? Ufike uthathe kulesilwane ufake kulesilwane, if ungafakwanga kulesilwane uyiswephi. In terms of an ailment, ikhishiwe lento lo muntu uyaphila, all right, lento benayo uyiswephi. So sometimes your presence is not really necessary kwezinye indawo. And then there's Umkhokha of a stillborn or miscarriage. Now, I wanna talk to abantu besilisa when it comes to this. Lento yokuthi uhambe ubizwa nje kutholakale ingane eyi-stillborn endaweni ethize kugcwele abantu besilisa. Ingane fresh entsha. Uh, your girlfriend is having a miscarriage and wena nawe ufuna ukuba present umsize. Guys, kunezinto ezenzeka kubantu besifazane that are not meant for men. Sometimes you are even called by your friends ukuthi wozongisiza nayi imedi yangixaka la. Nawe uyagijima. There are things that are not meant to be seen by men. There are things that are not meant to be touched by men when it comes to um when it comes to blood related stuff, right? So you are called to this. Ikuhlale lento ube namabhadi uxoshwe emsebenzini ube nesinyama ube nani uhambe wayothatha umkhokha wena wrong. So funa ingane kwawena endlini ingane edololo. Because nihamba ningena nje nibizwa everywhere. There are women who would go babone into ne and abantu besifazane sometimes are really tricky, especially abantu abadala who really know what's happening. Uthola umuntu owumama ayobiza umfana se-next door ukuthi, hey, yazi kukhona ingane lapha elahliwe hamba ungibhekela yona. Why yena njengomuntu wesifazane angayi? Have you ever asked yourself that? Why yena njengomuntu wesifazane angayi? Akubize nje, hey, yazi mntanami kunento laphayana eplastikini. Why angayi koyithinta yena lapho? Because they know. Uzogezwa ubani masoceda ukuhamba ukuyosiza lapho? Ubani ozokugeza? It's also this going back to umkhokha wesifo where uyabizelwa kuthiwe nangumuntu kumakhelwane. We like to help. We would really like to help. But there are instances where you shouldn't really enter endaweni kunomuntu ongasekho emhlabeni, because if uthole family that is not knowledgeable, they won't know ukuthi fanele bageze. Once you've touched umuntu ongasekho, guys, uyagezwa. Once you've been in that room, that transfer of energy, uyagezwa from it. So if you thola abantu who don't have the knowledge, ngeke baze bakwenze lokho, and that becomes your burden. Amashwa ozohamba nawo for a lot of for isikhathi eside, because wena uyabizwa nje with everything that's happening. Kugwaza abantu kubizwa wena, you even known ukuthi awuzosiza uzoshesha afike your car. Umuntu ufika uthole wenzakalelwe into estradeni bathi, hey, sicela umhambisi aphumelwe umoya endleleni. Nozogeza le moto yakho. Umkhokha esizithathayo zonke lezi, ubani ozogeza le moto yakho? Sometimes when there was this guy who said, I like people who reject certain things because you know where they stand. Sometimes ukureject izinto, guys, and saying angeke ngikhone does not mean uphakeme. It does not mean you have a pride, or sometimes it's just protecting your spirit from izinto ezingafuni wena. Because people like ukuthi abantu at that moment, when they are going through things, or when that at moment, uzibani unemoto asambe nitocela yena umuntu aphumele umphefumulo emotweni yakho, then what? Because the very same people who suggested you to help them, they're not going to be there. You will be left with the repercussions of whatever that was happening at that moment. So as I was saying, umkhokha of a stillborn and umkhokha of a miscarriage, yekelani bantu besilisa ukuhamba nibizwe egangeni kuthiwa nangu ingane nayi ini nayi. There are times when you just have to say bapha bomama will be able to. Uyabizwa na intombazane iyakhala, she's going through this miscarriage process. Uyabizwa wena, and wena you are there. There are things that are not meant to sin. Futhi sendithanda neindaba nje these days. There are things that are not meant for men. Okay. Uh, Umkhokha uthatha a certain family does the imisebenzi yabo. The traditional ceremony are done by families, guys, that you are not meant to attend. There's a cleansing that is done for intombazane ethole miscarriage or a stillborn where uyagezwa. You're not meant to, as a man, you're not meant to attend that. Yekelani when people say senziti and kuku, not asking elani. And then that msebenzi or kuhlatshwa imbuzi laphayana. As a man, you go there. Lo ntombazane lena ichithakalelwe isisu wena you are there, you are eating. Ufuna abanye abantu, even for women, guys, kunenyama or kunemsebenzi enga-attendwa intombazane engakaze izale. If uyintombazane ungakaze ube nengane, kunenyama, kunemisebenzi ongayidli, ongayihambeli, or kunezinto ongazidli emisebenzini yabantu. Kuhlatshiwe lana kugeza umuntu who got a stillborn or a miscarriage when uyadla. Nifuna ne-kaftin afterwards, right? You want takeaways afterwards. Fact is, ask umsebenzi, you need to know one. There's the traditional ceremonies that are only meant to be attended by family members. And within family members, futhi siyazi ukuthi ubani nobani akufanelanga ayidle le nyama because akakabi nengane. Okay? There are certain kunemsebenzi that are done by families that you're not supposed to take inyama ukudla khona out of the gates. Akuphumi ukudla komsebenzi othize, ukudla kwetiye elithize akuphumi, especially when it's those small traditional ceremonies. Akuphumi ukudla kwakhona, but nifuna ukuphuma naye nemizini yenu. There's this phase where we say kuyandlalelwa. Kuyadliwa kusuke kundlalelwa from umsebenzi ozoyenzeka. Abantu bayafika badla, umuntu ufuna isikhaftini somendlalelo. Awazi nokuthi umendlalelo wani lo uyadla. Ufuna ukuhamba nesikhaftini wena. We need to be careful and we need to be lento. We need to learn of these things. Hence okay. There's this imisebenzi yokugeza, imisebenzi yani. Understand ukuthi, and don't be a take along. I always speak about take alongs, guys. Don't be a take along. Kunomsebenzi othize, kunetiye elithize kabanibani awungikhaphe choma, so uyayodla. Sometimes we don't have bad lucks. I would have told him sebenzi because siloyiwe ichitho idina isinyama, and because siloyiwe it required your presence. Ezinye izinto required your presence ukuthi zibe active. It's not ukuthi uloyiwe. Let's asingasukela ukuloywa all the time. Nakuthanda too much ukuloywa. Everybody has their own problems, no? Khona abantu who really are not even focused on what you are doing, but busy nento zabo ngoba wonke umuntu uthwele umthwalo, guys. Everybody has a baggage and a luggage. So, ezinye izinto required your presence ukuthi zibe active. Leyo umkhokha leyo. We don't speak about umkhokha this much. We speak about this ichitho, we speak about this dinner because zithunyelwa abantu. We like izinto ezithunyelwa. Let's speak about the ones, guys, that thina sizlandela thina. Yonke lama these bad lucks and these dark spirits that we see at night esizlandele thina by being present. You know, I like the space of being of being spiritually awakened when we speak about is pure so moya, and we speak about the isolation process. I respect the isolation process because you are not meant to be everywhere anytime any day. So my living isolator, they are trying to tell you you are not meant to be everywhere. It's not everywhere that your presence is necessary. Stop inviting yourself. Stop being a take along. Kunentonyana ethize, and this, you know, guys, any excuse to go drink is not really a good thing. Kunento encane eyenziwayo endaweni ethize kulo msebenzi othize. The site of umqombothi being brewed wena kuwe sekuyisite yokuthi nayi invitation. Izinto asizilandelanga azizelanga kithi. We attracted certain spirits. So your present is not really necessary. Mina, if you invite me on Friday for something that happens on Saturday, I'm not coming. You had the whole week to tell me, or a month to tell me. Why tell me? That means I wasn't meant to come. Why the change of decision now? You need to respect yourself. You need to love yourself. Imikoka, I need to asitholi because it's where we the lapho esikhona ngalesikhathi esikhona, we were not wanted, the wrong time that we go with that those things. You find yourself bowuhleli nomngane othize, sekuthiwa kufika abantu, sekuthiwa kuyahamba kuye endaweni ethize, there's this event happening, okunomsebenzi othize kabozibani banye, so uyahamba awumazi nokubazi lowo muntu loyo. Uyahamba wena uyodla inyama zakhona ey'hlatshiwe. And then we ask ourselves, why do we have such bad dreams? Why are we getting spiritual attacks? Why do we get, there's a lot that's happening. And it's not because it is sugele nje. You went wayozilanda wena. So I think I've counted a few where you'd get umkhokha, but it has to do with you being present. Umkhokha has to do with where there's an occurrence and you being present at that moment. Transfer of energy is very important, guys. Transfer of energy is what we are battling with these days. The fact that we are in this period of mental health started with a transfer of energy, you being at the wrong place at the wrong time. Sometimes, yes, it comes with emotional baggages that we have. But in most cases, people are depressed, and this comes to now when people are depressed spiritually, umuntu drained. It's because of all of these energies that you've been getting out there and you're not attending to. All of a sudden, when abantu bayakunyanya, all of a sudden your skin is like you're getting rash that you're not even aware ukuthi iphumaphi. You're getting certain illnesses, you're getting itchiness endaweni engafanelanga, you're getting certain bad smells. Ifike kanjani kuwe? You need to ask yourself that question. So thank you so much, guys. I hope I've explained it clearly. It is not a curse. It was not laid by someone towards you or against you. It's something that require it's a bad it's a spirit of a bad occurrence that requires your presence ukuthi uyithole. Mawungekho awuzukuthola umkhokha. Mawungekho kuleyo ndawo awuzukuthola. So I hope that I did explain. Thank you so much for joining me. Ngiyanithanda.